Man, I forgot to give me some water. What up? We in the building. What's going on YouTube? What's going on TikTok? What's going on, man? Y'all tap this screen, bro. We finna have an interesting conversation. Gonna have an interesting conversation, bro. Y'all tap this screen, get them likes up. We gonna see if we get these fools in here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on. Cause I gotta stay kind of out the way so y'all can read Plies. The thing I kind of got to cut out a little bit, but it's all good. So we got Plies today. Plies today calls out the Manosphere. Great job, Plies. Great job. Y'all keep tapping this screen, man. Tap this screen, man. Cause this probably gonna be a little bit interesting, bro. Plies calls out the Manosphere. Kamala Harris. I mean, people using Kamala Harris as a reason to hate on black women. This is crazy. Like, it's been I mean, all these dudes, bro. All these dudes, man. So this gonna be interesting. We're gonna see what the dudes for them. So Plies says, who started this trend? Men hating on women. I'm talking about openly and proudly. No shame in their game. I'm talking about these ninjas sound like bitter baby daddies. Oh man. Oh yeah. This gonna be funny. I want to see what the brothers got to say about it. I really want to see what the brothers got to say about it, because I know they like, bro, y'all. No, the problem is y'all dudes be simping, bro. Y'all dudes be simping, bro. It's always a broke, unattractive man somewhere hating on a woman. Every time. It's always a broke, unattractive man hating on a woman. Let me see if I can adjust it so I can still be in the frame. I just have to be at the bottom on TikTok. But it's always a broke dusty hating on women, bro. Oh, why does it do this every time? Let me fix it for y'all. It does this every time. What's going on, Chad? Oh, Malcolm says it goes both ways. How does it go both ways, Malcolm? Hey, y'all tap this screen. Get them lights up, because we gonna see if we get the delusional buffoons in here.
What is because Plies is an idiot, but what did he say in the tweet?
Plies said, who started this trend? Men hating on women. I'm talking about openly and proudly. No shame in their game. I'm talking about these ninjas sound like bitter baby daddies. When has women become you ninjas competition? Dang, bro.
Wait, what does that have to do with Kamala Harris?
You say what?
What does that have to do with Kamala Harris?
It's two different prompts.
Huh?
It's two different prompts.
Oh yeah, the idea that the idea that Kamala Harris is used as hatred towards black women.
She is.
If you're making an argument that that's coming from black men, that's absurd.
Would you like me to name a few black men?
I'm talking about as a collective. I'm not talking about individual.
Oh no. The Manosphere, the black Manosphere is definitely using. See, when I talk about Manosphere, I mean, when I talk about men, I'm only addressing black men. I ain't talking about Caucasian men, Hispanic men, but there is a collective group of men that are using Kamala Harris as a reason to throw black women under the bus, such as Angry Man, Anton Daniels, same group of delusional men with a following. I'm not saying majority black men are doing it. I'm just saying, why are they using it? Like, why is Kamala Harris being used as a tool to throw black women under the bus?
You saying Kamala Harris is being used as a tool to throw black men under the bus?
She's used as a talking point. She is a talking point used to hate on black women.
I mean, I guess Anton Daniels is an idiot.
Yeah.
But
the whole black manosphere is doing it.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's all of the manosphere, but they don't really talk about politics that much. All they talk about is like baby moms and shit like that. But
Anton be in politics a little bit.
Anton's an idiot. He was on Fox News the other day. He's an idiot.
No, man, I'm just calling it how I see it. I'm just calling it how I see it.
The manosphere doesn't determine the trajectory of the majority of black men. The manosphere is a very small contingent of black men. They're very loud ass minority.
You don't think that a lot of them share the same viewpoint?
They do, but they're a very small minority. They're just very, very loud. But I gotta go. But I'll be in the comments.
That's a bet. So, Kamala Harris. Now they're talking about whether she's black or not. I thought black men had the one drop rule, but all of a sudden, you know, now her race is being talked about. She's not black. She's not this. I see, as a black man, I don't care who you vote for, right? Because at one point in time, oh, here we go. So here we go. I got one in the comments. She not black. Here we go. She don't got no black in her. She mixed, whatever y'all want to say. But here we go. I thought it was, you know, I thought the one drop right here. All right. Oh, she sold you out. Oh, now they're saying Kamala Harris sold black men out. Oh, man. Why? Because she got some black men locked up. So she sold black men out as a collective. In public, I saw you coming. Yeah, speaking of Anton, I ain't seen his videos this week. Oh, man, he's dropping all kind of delusion. Right? I told you these dudes don't. Listen, these dudes don't like black women. That's just the fact. I don't know what to tell you. We live in a soft male society, a Sambo coon society of a lot of delusional black men. I'm not saying the majority, but they are the loudest. And nobody wants to call them out. And they get mad when you call them out. To the point where they're using Kamala. I just want to know why men, or you black men specifically, are using Kamala Harris as a talking point. Okay, Malcolm, you're talking about bad behavior, bro. I'm gonna invite you up because y'all always saying bad behavior. So tell me what this bad behavior is. Because you're in the comments. So if you're talking about bad behavior, come up and say exactly what these bad behaviors are. And let's talk about man to man. Let's talk about these bad behaviors of black women collectively, because majority of black women are out of order, right? Is that what you want to say? Majority of black women have bad behavior? Is that where we're going? I sent you a request, brother. I mean, if that's what you want to say, you know, that majority of black women are out of order, majority of them have bad behavior, then let's talk about it. Let's actually unpack that and let's see where you land. Appreciate y'all, TikTok. Y'all continue to tap the screen. She got 45 men. Prismatic on YouTube says she got 45 black men locked up. Not the thousands these clowns keep regurgitating. They don't want to see a woman in leadership, especially a black woman. Oh, cool. Cool. Oh, man, you're not going to come up? I was looking forward to the conversation, brother. I was looking forward to the conversation, Malcolm. Malcolm, don't stay in the comments, Malcolm. Malcolm X. Well, you wouldn't be the Malcolm X because, you know, he actually said, you know, black women are the most disrespected. Got a whole speech around it, but you probably wouldn't do that. You probably wouldn't stand up for your sisters. All right, Brandon. We got Brandon. We got a brother to come up. What's going on,
What's
man?
up, man?
What's going on?
Oh, nothing much.
What you got?
So, what Plies said something about Kamala Harris?
No, Plies said something about the weak male sphere, the manosphere, the red pill community.
Okay.
Do you know?
Explain that to me.
Do you know what red pill is?
I do not, man.
Do you know what the manosphere is?
I do not.
You know who Kevin Samuels is?
I know who he is. Yeah.
So you don't know what red pill is, though.
I mean, I've seen him, give his spiel on, relationships and women. And
Okay, so basically, the red pill is a whole bunch of a whole bunch of soft men coming together to talk about these so-called bad behaviors of women, right? And it's mostly
Okay.
most of that content is, now look at my parentheses, bringing truth about women's behavior, right? And why they should stay away from marriage, black woman bad, black woman devil, black woman this, all that stuff, right? If they're black, when you're a black man, right? That's what it comes out. Single mothers, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Plies basically said, who started this trend? Men hating on women. I'm talking about openly and proudly. No shame in their game. I'm talking about these ninjas sound like bitter baby daddies. When has women become you ninjas competition?
Man, he absolutely right about that. I'm not with it. I'm for Kamala. They mad at her because she put people in jail, but they don't talk about the reform that she supported as well. Helping people get back on track after they get out of prison. So as far as her, you just really can't talk bad about her for putting people in prison. I mean, obviously, we don't want all our brothers in prison, but they do stuff. Everybody do stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people should do, multiple years for, some drugs, selling some drugs. But that's what happens.
You don't think multiple people should? I mean, you don't think dudes should do jail for selling drugs? I mean, multiple years.
Not like 30 and 20.
Shit, why not?
I mean, it's the law. Why? So why not? You're right. So why not?
No, I'm asking you why not. I'm not trying to be disingenuous, and I'm really asking why not.
I mean, it's a law, but I don't know, man. I think murder is something that you should spend those years with, selling dope. Maybe some of that can be cut down, man. Yeah. 5. Under 10.
Under 10.
Yeah.
No, I think they should serve a whole bunch of years, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of those men and some of those women are the reason that our communities never recovered from crack. So you deserve everything you got. I don't care that the white man planted it in the neighborhoods. I feel like you should be in jail. You shouldn't even see the light of day because you messed up a lot of family members because you were such a weak individual to where you was a sellout to your own community and you did your community wrong. So you deserve to be in jail.
Okay.
For years, multiple years, past 10.
I can't disagree with that.
Same
but
thing.
As far as
go ahead.
Men coming at the women, they need to stop all that. I mean, I'm watching Judge Joe Brown come at Kamala, and it sounds bitter. It doesn't sound like.
What did Judge Joe Brown say? I ain't gonna lie, I am watching.
Yeah, saying that she made it where she's at.
Making disparaging remarks about Kamala Harris. Double toasted. Let's see.
Yeah, she made it where she, I guess from.
She slept her way to the top, right?
That's his claim.
Oh, okay.
That's his claims, So.
Oh, she slept her way to the top. Oh, that's wild. Okay. I mean, that's been said since she got into office, bro. And even if she did, I don't care. That has nothing to do with me. Why did those
Okay.
men?
Well, what side are you on as far as like his, Plies' comments and are you for Kamala? I mean,
Yeah, I'm for Kamala.
okay.
But Plies' comment has nothing to do with Kamala Harris. I'm just holding two different topics.
Oh, that's two topics.
It's two different topics.
Because men been talking about her. That's why I thought it was connected, man.
Nurse, the nurse and nerd. Let me read what Plies said to you. Okay. Plies asked the Manosphere, he asked, who started this trend? Men hating on women. I'm talking about openly and proudly. No shame in their game. I'm talking about these ninjas sound like bitter baby daddies. When has women become you ninjas competition? That's what he said.
Exactly.
Because I saw your comment 3 times, and ain't my fault. I was talking, but I should have acknowledged it. That's my bad. I take the L. But yeah, that's basically what he said. So we have a whole bunch of men mad at women because they can't do what women do. A lot of men can't get online and make money. Here's my problem with that. Men mad at these OnlyFans girls, right? But you made it that way. Men are paying them the money. How you gonna get mad at a woman that can just get on there and get instant cash? Whether your morals, however you feel about your morals, she might not feel the same, right? You can't be mad at that when men are paying to for instant gratification. They can't call Plies a simp. A simp how? I see your comment, CJ, on YouTube. I see you the way you said they're gonna be calling Plies a simp. Plies ain't no simp. You can't call Plies. How would Plies be a simp? Get the heck out of here. Real men just don't understand why a whole bunch of men started platforms on talking about women. That is the most suspect thing that you could do, because I just feel like a lot of men spin around on each other's D at this point. That's my opinion. And they love to get male validation. I would never be on a panel with men talking about women, because you know what? If those women are not my type of women, I wouldn't be with them. I'm not going to get a 304. I'm married anyway, but I wouldn't get a thought pregnant. I've never had children out of wedlock. Some of these dudes are so bitter. Some of these dudes are bitter because they're on child support. I hope y'all know that. I hope y'all know that. Like, a lot of the guys in the Manosphere, they're mad at something that happened in middle school, or they're on child support by a trash woman. That's your fault. Choose better. Don't we tell the women to choose better? So should men choose better? You decided to lay down with that woman, and now she took off with your kid and your money. And I laughed.
Look at what Tanika said.
What did Tanika say? They want men too. I believe a lot of those men want men. I believe a lot of those men want men. I believe the whole red pill. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna be disingenuous. I do troll sometimes. I will let it loose, but I think a lot of those men are DL. I think a lot of those men are DL. Go ahead, brother. What's up, Eddie?
Hey, how you doing, man? I'm Eddie from Bakersfield. I'm listening to this Joe Brown dude, man. I heard him what he said, and then you hear a lot of other brothers saying it. I think I don't know if you guys remember what Fade said about Stephen A. Where you ninjas come from? Where you come from? I was always brought up to nurture, protect, and support. I want to say my black women, my queen.
Bro, can you stop unmuting your mic? You got an echo. Just give me a second.
Buzz on. You want me to?
No, not you, Eddie. I was talking to Reslo or Rails, whatever. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was always taught to respect women and nurture them, especially our queens. The stuff I hear some of these colored people, black people, whatever, saying about Kamala Harris, it sometimes makes me sick because how does sleep everything else to the side? Try sleeping with two men making you sleep to the top. Or did she sleep with all the college people that her professors and everything to get her degrees? I mean, I just don't understand it. And how do we know that she was even sleeping with him? She ain't got a kid by none of them. So what's the proof?
Anything to make Black women look bad. Remember, a lot of them, well, I can't say that term, but just remember the Willie Lynch letter. We have a lot of men that's suffering from the Willie Lynch letter.
Willie Lynch syndrome.
Yeah, I just can't say the word because they're gonna get mad on TikTok.
Oh, you can't say syndrome?
Not that word, but it rhymes with yuck and then cracking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of new at the TikTok, so
yeah.
I haven't got all the lingo down.
TikTok is soft. TikTok and YouTube is soft. But let me see what the rails. Go
ahead.
Go ahead, sister or brother. You gotta unmute your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. I'm from Los Angeles, California. My name is Gooch.
What's going on?
I am a member of the 5150 show, me and Corey Holcomb. About to head there now. Now, my experience as far as Kamala Harris, me personally, I have too much testicular fortitude to vote for a woman, so that's something I couldn't do. But for those that I do know who would,
wait, hold on, time out. Question. I'm sorry. One question. Corey Holcomb, the dude who called his daughter a bitch. Yeah. You have a good one. You have a good one, and you can tell. No. Hold on. Moment of silence. I'm sorry, brother. I have no interest in talking to Corey Holcomb or however you say his name, or you, for that matter, because any man who could call his own daughter a bitch gets no play. I don't care if you screenshot this, talk to me, to tell him he can look up my page, Controversial Shannon. I don't care. He called me a simp. I don't care. Y'all get no respect from me. But I wish you all, as Black man to Black man, I wish you all success and greatness. But the fact that you said you have too much testosterone to vote for a woman, wild. But I get, let's say Kamala Harris was the perfect president. She was giving out reparations. She was off of reparation, off of everything, right? That was crazy. Wow. And then you still hanging around with a dude that called his daughter a bitch? Fuck. I really don't like sharing. I'm sorry for cursing YouTube. Y'all forgive me. That's my bad. I really just don't like sharing the same skin color with some of you people sometimes, bro. I think I want to be purple.
Can I elaborate on that?
Go ahead.
I think it's more of a thing. It was a lack of testosterone, if you ask me, because I mean, our mothers raised us, so why can't I vote for a woman? And he's from California. I'm from California. That vote he got don't even count, because we're going blue regardless.
You said they have two.
A Republican congressman.
Oh, that's crazy. Wow, bro. Lord in heaven. I like, bro. Corey Holcomb. Let me look at that. That is sad. That is sad,
Corey
bro.
Holcomb called his daughter a B?
Yes. And the guy just admitted that he did. He called his daughter a bitch, and he did. That's crazy to me. I was like,
yeah, I mean, that's y'all don't know. It's close in the way with Trump. The way Trump holds his daughter. That's just so weird to me. How he grabs his daughter. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird to me. I pull her real close and all that. I mean, I don't know if I'm not saying he's doing that. I just think it's a little bit weird.
So wait a minute. So it's like my G. You say you got 20K watching. I see you in my comments. I'm literally on Corey Holcomb's. I'm literally on Corey Holcomb's thing right now, and I'm not on there. Hold on, Eddie. Because you said that he's watching me. I'm literally in his live right now. They're talking to Darlene Ortiz and Craig Smith. So I'm not on Corey's radar. But if you would like to get me on Corey's radar, all publicity, remember, is good publicity. And I don't even do this for money. I am everything black woman. You can tell him straight up, I'm everything black woman. I'm not on you niggas' side. I'm not on the Manosphere side. I'm not on that sphere full of cyber sucking each other off side. Male validation side. So I'm everything black woman. Y'all dudes then said a whole bunch of disparaging stuff about black women, and cool. I'll be the simp. I'll be the enemy. I'll be the man who goes against the grain, whatever you want to call it, bro. But I'm telling you, you might not want to give me publicity. I'm not the one, because I'm gonna go with it. I promise. You might want to stick to calling out other people. Don't give me no publicity. Because I'm going to rock with it. I'm going to keep building. I'm going to keep loving my wife. I'm going to keep showing that I'm a decent black man. And I'm going to keep supporting the women in our community. I'm telling you, this ain't what you want. But go ahead and put my face on the thumbnail if you want to. Go ahead and get Corey Holcomb to go through my videos if you want to. Do you really want to put a simp on the map? Do you really want me to grow extra fast? You might not want to do that. You might not want to do that, but stay in y'all lane. Stay in y'all lane. Just telling you. For real. Anywho, back to the actual conversation. Goodness gracious, bro. That was so sorry for him to come in here and actually say he admitted that Corey Holcomb called his own daughter a bitch. Come on, fam. Y'all better stick to calling baby mothers out, not me. You better stick to what you know. Stick to what you know. Boy, I tell you, boy. And I guarantee it that they always bald-headed with a beard. They always got a look. They have no sex appeal. No woman wants to sit on their face when they just look at them. But I'm trying. I'm trying to be nice. I really am trying to be nice. I be trying to be nice, fam. I really do. But sometimes I just know that you're ugly. I know that you ugly. I know you can't sing Braid My Hair, right? By Mario, and a woman braids your hair because your hair probably don't even grow, right? Talking about you got testosterone, but you probably got to use a blue pill to get it up. I know women don't really get aroused when they look at you. I know that y'all have to lead with money. You can't walk in with big D energy and some sweatpants and a muscle shirt. I know that there's some bad women out here, and you probably got by a bad woman. And now a woman then broke your heart, so now every black woman bad. I know. I know, fam. I know. Y'all out here never mind. Y'all out here sucking each other up on panels. Validating each other. Wouldn't even defend. Look, he wouldn't even defend his own goddamn daughter. He'll just call her a bitch and probably tell her to lose her life. That's the type of man he is. Fuck them niggas. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't stand these. I'm trying, Shauna. Boy, I be wondering, bro. I be wondering how some of y'all made it past the woman's walls and got here. Lord in heaven. Yeah, those type of men get no respect from me. Charleston White said he'd rather slavery than to see a black woman running president. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. How did we get here?
Keep talking, you mess around and get it.
How did we get here, bro? How did we get to this point, bro? I don't even care. As a black man, understand, I don't even care who you vote for. I don't care who you vote for. If you want to vote for Trump, vote for Trump, bro. If you want to vote for Kamala, vote for Kamala, bro. Because at one point in time, you couldn't even vote. You weren't even you didn't have no rights. You had to fight and beg for rights, okay? As black people. So vote however you want to vote. Nobody gonna call you a coon or nothing like that. But to use Kamala Harris as a talking point to talk bad about black women, see, that's the problem, is that black women finna freaking vote for Kamala Harris. If Kamala Harris win, it's because black women are out of order and black women this and black women that and
Black women put all the Democrats in anyway. Most of the time, they put Biden in.
Coon talk. I'm sorry, bro. Hey, brother, you have a good one. You have a good one, bro. These boy, these weirdos, man. This is sad. This is sad. Anyway, let me see what we got. Let's see Zamora. Zamora's coming up. Let's see what Zamora. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm trying.
So, I'm not really a fan of Kamala Harris. After what she did at the rally, I feel like it was very unnecessary. Some people were saying like, oh well, they were trying to reference Amber Rose, and she was at the the Trump rally, and she was having a speech, and people were trying to say, oh well, Amber Rose was at the Trump rally, so what difference does it make when Megan Thee Stallion was at the Harris rally? And I'm like, the difference is that Amber Rose was not having a whole performance. I mean, like, and she wasn't shaking her ass. I mean, like, I just feel like the whole rally was like ridiculous because out of all the black people, you got Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I mean? I feel like they could have gotten a better black people. They could have gotten Viola Davis, Tyler Perry. They could have gotten some other black people than just rappers, because it's just showing me that way that she can appeal to us is by the rap industry or like by hip hop, and I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I think
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't think the twerking at a rally was necessary.
Yes, when I saw, I was like, "Are you kidding?" I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" I'm like, I wasn't even blaming Megan Thee Stallion. I was like, I'm blaming Kamala Harris more at this point. I mean, it was just ridiculous.
You say what?
I don't doubt that, Kamala Harris, she's really she's intelligent. I just feel like, at the same token, she's now getting put into this election. Usually most politicians take like almost 2 years to prepare for this. And now she's getting thrown into this. And she's just trying to get a handle onto it, but she needs to make her decisions a lot wisely, because what she's been putting out, I'm just not. I'm getting confused by this. I'm getting confused.
So are you more for? So you're voting for Trump?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to be voting because I don't know, because Donald Trump, I mean, he's looking good, but it's just he's old. You know what I mean? Like he's old. Like in the next how old is he right now? He's like what, 78, 79 plus 4 years.
He up there in age.
Yeah.
Donald Trump age. Let's look it up. Oh, got the Trump age. Donald Trump is 78 years old.
Dang. So like plus 4 years, will that be what? That'll be 82. Jeez. You know, I just feel like they should put like an age limit on the presidency because they be having these old guys. Granted, Donald Trump, I mean, he's looking good. Don't get me wrong, but it's just the age.
When you say he's looking good, you're talking about his debate skills.
Yeah, his debates. I mean, he's good. I mean, he's active. He can articulate his words, unlike Biden. But I just feel like it's just the age. You know,
Do you think that do you honestly think that Donald Trump would stand a chance against Kamala Harris in an actual?
I think he would. It's just as long as he's just not using the like being like rude, like, oh, you're stupid, you're this. Like, I feel like he should just, because Kamala, because she was a former attorney, so she's able to trap people. I mean, because she's a good attorney, so she's a good attorney. But I feel like what he needs to do, he needs to just beat her with facts.
I don't think he's going to be able to.
What can you do for the American people?
I don't think he's going to be able to beat her with facts because we all have caught him in misinformation, like him not even knowing how giving abortion back to the states. We caught him on that. So we catch him in lies all the time. But when you have a fan base that doesn't care to fact check, and then when you bring up the evidence to their face to say, hey, he lied about this, they still don't give a damn. So but I mean, hey, again, I'm not against you. If you want to vote for Trump, if you want to vote for Kamala as a black person, I ain't gonna tell you how to vote because you're black and you didn't have the right before. So vote whoever you want to
Yeah, no. I mean, like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be voting because I just feel like we should have other candidates than just two of them.
Please,
because now just forcing people to vote
please
for
vote. Please vote.
Two.
I'm asking you. If you're able to vote, please vote. It doesn't matter if it's for Trump. It doesn't matter if it's Kamala, but please vote because remember, at one point in time, take advantage of your rights that you didn't have.
Yeah.
Take advantage of your rights that you didn't have. Like we wouldn't have any ancestors talking about, I'm not gonna vote.
Yeah.
So like, just if you want to vote for Trump, vote for Trump. If you want to vote for Kamala Harris, vote for Kamala Harris. Let's see how these debates are gonna go in September. What is it? September 10th?
I think so. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. I'm just trying to wait and see because I mean, like everybody's saying different things. I just want to see. I'm just more so concerned about the debate, the presidential debate. See how they'll do things. Because I'm sorry, these times are crazy, man. I'm telling you, these things are very crazy. It's just like.
Yeah, I mean,
even like Donald Trump, like sometimes, or even during the debate, he wasn't even answering the questions. Some of them, like he was just not answering the questions at all. Like he wasn't. I'm just like, I mean, granted, he was touching on it. Right? I mean, there was some points that he made that were true, right? But he wasn't answering the question fully.
So
there was times where Biden, I could not even comprehend what Biden was saying because he would just kept mumbling. I'm like, dude, I was just like, are you like, is something wrong with you? Are you like,
hold on, let me address a YouTube comment. Okay, Action the Best. You said every time black folks vote on skin color, we destroy the community. So let me ask a question: how many black presidents have we had?
We only had one.
Okay, then. So how the F every time we vote based on skin? So every time I voted for the white person, the community got messed up. But you're telling me because people voted for Obama that the community is more messed up, or if people vote for Harris, it'll be more messed up. All the presidents were white. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because I mean, like, I feel like my thing is like, because most of the places that were run, like, especially like places that were mostly like blue areas, they say that they will like fix it, but there's not really as much progress going in there. Like, for example, like Baltimore, they said they were going to renovate Baltimore, like because Baltimore, Maryland is like high in crime. A lot of stuff is going on over there, but they didn't really make as much progress. And even like during the debate, there, the lady, she was asking Joe Biden, she was saying, yeah, like, a lot of black people are not really happy about the progress you have made in their community so far. So how can you reassure them? Basically. And then he was saying like something with like, he was going to give Black people like refundable credit for like $10,000 or something like that. Said something, I forgot what it's called, but like it was like
Her phone got froze. Bus.
my bad.
Go ahead. Hold on. Hold on. Let me bus operation. What were you saying? I mean, go ahead. Bus operation.
No, I was just about to say, I got a question for everybody because I noticed, like, I see a lot of topics about the election coming up.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't understand is a lot of people always say something bad about Harris, but she hasn't been president yet. And a lot of times when people create bills and laws, it has to get signed off on. If it can't get signed off on, they can't pass the bill. Like Biden was trying to get the student loans waived for everybody, but the House people didn't sign off on that bill. But he tried to do that. Trump never offered to pay our student loans for us. Trump told people that it's over with bleach, and people did it, and they unlied themselves.
So what was the question?
I'm just trying to figure out why people won't give Harris a chance, and they keep trying to find the bad in her about, like, when she was prosecuting people, but she was a prosecutor, she did her job. But Trump got found guilty for all the stuff that he done did wrong, but we want that in the White House. I don't understand that. I don't get people's mindset.
Because she's I mean, how do we? Because she's a woman.
Okay, so we can't have one as a president?
No, like you know, what kind of society do you live in?
I'm talking about society.
What kind of society do you live in, brother?
Basically, middle class.
No, brother. You live in a patriarchal, misogynistic society. That's the type of society that you live in. So who the fuck wants a woman? Most men don't even respect and want a woman to. They don't even respect women as humans, bro. Look at the way we talk about it. Texas, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So they don't want a woman as president. Most men don't even listen to what a woman says. They don't care what a woman says. This is what we tell women: shut the F up and get back in the kitchen. We blame women for the economy being effed up because they fought for rights and fought to work. And when they had to make more jobs for women to work, that's why inflation. We blame women for inflation, fam.
Right.
So these men today don't want women in any type of leadership position at all. Look at Charleston White. He said he's against anything with a black woman in leadership status. And
right.
that's how a lot of black men or men in general operate. That's the God honest truth, brother. Shauna, go ahead, and then we're gonna get Taylor Martin to speak.
I think that we don't really necessarily have to wait for debates. I think that we need to read the policies and the agendas that each candidate is enforcing. I don't know if very many people have read Agenda 47, but it's actually very terrifying. And I think a lot of people that do plan to vote need to actually read what the plan is. But besides that, can y'all do me a favor and tap the screen, give the host, give the panel? I'm getting down. But yes, can you guys please do me a favor and tap the screen so we can get the lights up?
Out of all these prompts, which one was the scariest to you?
I believe the military with the making it mandatory for children that go to public schools to automatically have to be drafted into the military.
Okay, well, I got it pulled up. I'll read some of this list out here because it's DonaldJTrump.com/platform. And this is Agenda 47. All right. We will read some of these and see if it's worth worth our concern. Because I haven't read all of it. I ain't gonna lie to you, I
It's
haven't.
very interesting.
Go ahead, Taylor.
How's it going, you guys?
What's going on?
One thing I wanted to like ask you about that you hit on a few minutes ago. We're saying that no one wants to see a female in power. I'm married, and all my power resides with my wife. Every bit of it.
Dang.
And I have zero problem with it. She's way more structured than I am. She's way more like in tune with what needs to happen in our household. So I can say for one, I'm definitely not opposed to a female being in power, but it, of course, like anything, has to be the right person there. And in my opinion, I was a huge fan of Tulsi Gabbard the last in the 2020 cycle when it happened, but unfortunately she didn't make it far. But I was gonna before she dropped off. I hate that she dropped off.
She's my mod. She can easily come back up. But
all right, cool. Okay, got it. But I've gone through, and I'm more right leaning, and I do plan on voting for Trump. But I looked through Agenda 47 quite a bit. I was just going to kind of get her opinion on figuring out like what exactly in Agenda 47 was scary.
Shauna, he was directing that question towards you. And thanks for your questions, by the way, and coming in respectful, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, the women's rights for one. Defunding HBCUs. Like I said, the military. I do a lot with my local government, right? And so I'm able to read into things. I'm able to catch wordings. And whenever you, for me, as a Black woman, when I read the things that he wants to instate, I don't fear for just people of my color. I fear for everybody. Because to say that, like, and then he keeps on walking around saying that he's going to make it so that we don't have to vote anymore. Like he's just going to be the president until the day he passes. He's like planning on he's lying because he's going against the Constitution, right? So that in itself is completely disrespectful for what we as a country stand for, right? So you have to pay attention to the things that he says in his statements, in his behaviors, in his past. And I have plenty of friends with felonies, but do I want one running the country? Not really. So yeah, I'd rather go with the DA.
Okay, so I'm trying to find what exactly did he say about the military? He said forced what? Do you remember what page?
It'll be the public education system. Students. Also, for anybody that has children with special needs or IEPs or anything like that, they do plan on making changes to the federal laws that affect the protection of the special education systems. There's a lot of different things. I can't remember the pages because it's been probably when it first came out is when I first read through it.
It's 16 right now, but I mean, I'll try to find it while as we go on through the live. I'll try to look for it, but like I said, I haven't read all this. I haven't read this, and I will read it to actually see what's going on.
Maybe that's something we can do on our lives. Is kind of like go through the different policies that each person plans to input, so that we can get people more education.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the best way to do it. So you have like a lot of like conversation and not so civil conversation with people who identify themselves as conservative or Republican as well, because they want to take different sound bites even from Harris and take them out of context. And going to where you were talking about the evangelical, you don't have to vote anymore. So he was given that speech to a group of evangelicals, and even then, and I get like hearing that face value without the context can sound like really scary, but historically, Christians just do not show up like at the voting booth at all. and basically like the way that he teed that up, which I agree was probably very poorly worded, was saying that if we just need you to come out this one time because this is the last chance that he actually gets for being a candidate. Now we can all agree that Trump is he can be very narcissistic in that way, thinking he's the absolute bread and butter of the entire human race. But that's what he was employing his Christian base to do, was just this one time get out and vote. You don't have to go and vote anymore because he's acting like he's really the end all be all of that. But it's not saying that he's going to completely take over the U.S. as this dictator that's being pushed around.
I don't really.
Well, let me ask a question. Let me ask a question about that though.
I like context.
Where can you give me that study? Like, if you could find that study later on, Taylor. I'm not asking you to do it right now. Just send it to me in the DM because I'm looking for it. You saying Christians don't show up to boots?
Correct. Well, I mean, when you compare it to different, like, I guess, different demographics, whether that be either like race or like religious preference, Christians really don't have like a great turnout when it comes to elections. The reason for that, you do not know, but I looked it up myself, and yeah, I'll definitely send it to you because I did look it up earlier just to confirm, because I don't want to take what anybody says at face value either. I want to be able to look into everything myself. But that's the information that's pertaining to me, and as a matter of fact, I know that there was a story done by NBC that actually said the same thing, and that's where I confirmed the sources that were more right leaning, because I tried to at least like balance that opinion out with something a little more left leaning. And MSNBC also confirmed that yes, Christian voters just don't tend to turn out. Now there is a question on if it's the case, because who really checks to see like what the religious preference of people are whenever they're at the voting booth. But I mean, you know, any polling or any like statistic can be skewed depending on who's doing that. So the validity of that, I'm not sure. But if both sides of the aisle tend to say the same thing, then I mean that's really all we have to go off of.
Oh, let me hold on, Kennedy. Let me do everybody a favor real quick. I don't know why it's cut off for y'all on for the Plies said, but basically Plies called out the Manosphere, and I'll keep reading it for those who come in. I have no problem reading it. So Plies basically said, who started this trend, men hating on women. I'm talking about openly and proudly, no shame in their game. I'm talking about these ninjas sound like bitter baby daddies. When has women become you ninjas competition? So basically he's calling out the Manosphere because they always, well, he's calling out men. I'm just saying it's the Manosphere because there's a collective group of I'm trying to be nice, soft men who always got some type of words for what women are doing, but wouldn't check a man to save their life. I think that's the best way that I can say that without getting banned. Go ahead, Kennedy.
Hey, Taylor.
What's up?
Let's go back to your voting situation. Right? You were talking about voting, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. State your claim again. You said white. Is it white Christians? You saying?
No, just I don't think they were really
Yeah,
like.
so let's separate. Let's separate.
But they were talking.
No. Taylor, let's do it right. Let's separate them, because we do know that Christians are not a monolith, right? Is that a fact statement?
In what way? Because when it comes to
Christians, the people who believe in whatever the Christian religion does, is not a monolith, right?
that's a Kennedy, as a Christian myself, that's a very hard question to ask because
It's not a hard question.
Yes, it is. Let me explain why.
Wait, before you do that, no need explanation. I need us to talk on facts, right? So Christians, they're not monolith, right?
Yes, they are. If you want me to answer, yes, they are.
So you're gonna have to explain that part, not explain, justify that part first, because I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay, so Christians are a monolith, even though, like, when it comes to Protestant, Baptist, all those
I didn't ask
denominations.
you about sex. I didn't ask you about sex.
But
I
okay,
asked you about
on their common beliefs, they are a monolith. Catholics are not Christians. So when it comes to Christians,
can I go there then? Oh, fine.
go ahead.
The statement you made is not a factual statement, because you've not broken up Christianity in the different regions and ethnicities that are associated with Christianity, and they do vote differently. So in the YT sector, you may have that issue, but I'm going to say this again. As far as you saying Christians and they vote and they don't vote, state your claim again, because I don't want to misquote you.
He said the turnout. Go ahead, Taylor. He said
State your claim about Christians and how they vote. That's all I'm asking.
Again, it wasn't my claim. It was just an observation from different sides of the aisle stating that.
What's your observation?
The observation itself was, and this was completely exclusive.
No explanation. State your claim.
I'm explaining that to you if you would give me a second to actually explain it. So the explanation or the observation that I had made, and neither side point to boxing.
Just state your claim. Just state your claim.
Kennedy, you got to let. Hold on, Kennedy. Hold on. This wasn't his particular claim. He made an observation. So he's going by comparative studies saying that the Christian turnout just wasn't there, which is why I asked him, could he send me a site or source later?
Okay, can you restate? I just wanted to restate it. I just want to hear it.
Go ahead, Tate.
I will attempt to restate it again if you can refrain from interrupting.
Go ahead.
So what the observation itself was not breaking down the Christian faith into different boxes dependent on what the demographic or the race itself was. It was Christians as a blanket. And I even said, this is not taken into account that if anybody goes to the polls, that someone is taking account that someone is Christian or not Christian. This is an observation where people take polling data to figure out what the Christian turnout is. It was an observation from both sides of the aisle to determine whether this was the case or not. So even the general public, which let's take Trump out of the campaign trail for a second, if the same study or the same statistics from both sides of the aisle are pushed out into the general public, he gains that same exact information that the general public does, and that's all we have to go off of. So when he was addressing the evangelical conference itself, that was the study that he was referring to, that Christians do not have the turnout that we would like. So what he was stating in his speech was, if you just vote this one time, you won't have to do it anymore because I will be in office. That wasn't a declaration of him.
That's a lie. And that's a lie. And that's a lie that you're trying to teach. That's a lie that you're trying to propagate this lie. That's a lie.
Wait, Kennedy, hold on. I think you have to give this brother grace, because it's not him. It's not him. He's stating what all has been done, but this is not his personal belief. So it's not Taylor, bro. Y'all got me up here defending a white boy. I was just playing, Taylor. I was just playing.
Yos, you gotta let me cook, because I gotta cook. And what he said was all the explaining, I don't need to explain. He made a claim, and I'm responding to the claim now. Okay? And he made a claim that I know he made before. But respectfully, I tried to make him say it again so I can know what to respond to. So he wouldn't say when I ended, oh, I didn't say that.
Okay, go ahead. All right, so let's see what y'all battle is real quick. Go ahead. You got 5 minutes to clear it up. I'm sorry, not 5 minutes. You got 2 minutes to clear it up. What exactly did Taylor? What did he say, Kennedy, that I missed? What did he say specifically that are words of his mouth that I missed?
He says evangelicals don't go to the poll on game day and shows up, and that's a fallacy. Is that what you're saying? Again, that's what you said, and I'll ask to come. In fact, you know what, host? Ask to come if that's not what he said, because that's the answer I want to give.
But I thought he was referencing what Trump said. That's what I thought he was regurgitating what Trump said.
No. That's not what he did. Not initially.
That was what I said. Immediately prefaced whatever I was saying was that historically, according to according to the studies that have been done with the turnout of the evangelical Christians, that they do not turn out to the polls. I never said that was my own personal opinion.
Bingo. No. I didn't say you would. I didn't. Bingo. There you go. I never said you said it was your idea, but you're quoting statistics that's linking you to those ideas. And the fact is, it's wrong. It's wrong. In fact, if you look at all polling and all polling data, the reason why you want to say that is for misinformation and to bamboozle people in November. Because you know what? The people are more likely to run out on the last day of elections are evangelicals. Or those are the Christians and the white nationalists who knows.
I'm gonna do some studying on that, to be honest. Like real talk. I'm gonna do some studying on everything that was said, but I'll do some studying on that to see what actually is going on. But
historically, if you think about it historically, it's kind of confusing because I know that it's been like a push even whenever I was like in middle school. The NAACP chapters that worked with the different churches in our state would go out and they would hold rallies at churches and different things like that to get people to go out and vote and things like that. So that is a good something to look into.
I'll study it and I'll go look at it, like, you know, when we get time. But like
most of the people who you see in lines are not evangelicals and the last day of elections. Those are the people who have been trying to vote for like weeks, and their lines have been rapid, and they don't want to wait in lines. But the evangelical, they have access, and they've been voting in masses, and they show up on the last day. And when people think that, oh, these lines that they see, that the news report, those are not the lines that vote, because those people are turned away because they get exhausted by the sun in the sun. Why do you think there's so many voting laws about even giving people water in lines or shade?
All right, so let's talk. I guess I'll try to pull up the policies. Why, Taylor? I know your heart. So, are you saying you're more conservative, right? Or are you saying you're conservative or Republican? Because I separate those two.
Sure. Yeah. So
which one?
I do too. I actually disassociate both of those terms because I think Republican kind of like adds this aspect of some type of tribalism, and I'm not on board with tribalism at all. Just because there's a candidate that's Republican, I don't believe that I should be voting for them because they are Republican. I would say that I'm conservative. I'm conservative and not Republican itself, but that's how I would view my stances.
Okay, so what about Trump's policies make you say I'd rather vote right? Forget the MAGA people for please, for contextualized information, right? For the sake of the argument, do not bring up MAGA. I don't care about the red hat cults. I don't. I'm asking him a question based on Trump's policies, separated from the rest of the buffoons. Why is it that you are voting for, you would rather vote for Trump than Kamala?
There's two reasons that I actually got to witness, like, while he was actually president, and one of those reasons is immigration, and specifically, like, most people, especially on the right side of the aisle, like to point to illegal immigration. I'm not even going to touch on illegal immigration, but legal immigration itself. My wife, being a legal immigrant, was actually expedited to come here to the U.S. under the Trump administration than she was while we were waiting under the Obama administration, and more to that, because I think that there was a couple of policies put in place, and forgive me for not knowing the actual names of those acts that were put in place, but basically there was certain amnesty programs where if anybody illegal was able to turn themselves into the states, that they would be put on this wait list to where they would be given a court date, and then they would also be given Social Security benefits that those who were actually waiting in line legally were. So to give you just a quick analogy, it's almost as if you're waiting at a grocery store, right? If you're in a grocery store and you're waiting to check out, well, if someone comes in with more items than you and jumps in line, but you've been waiting there for a while, you aren't allowed to really say anything because this person has, I guess, somewhere to be. So you kind of been pushed to the back. And my life was that same way under the Obama administration. And then once the Trump administration got, we saw the processing times itself for the legal immigration go down quite tremendously once that happened. So the legal immigration part, there is a pathway to citizenship for those who migrate here legally, and we are currently going through that at this time. And then the second one was going to be the TCJA, which is the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Now, there's a bit of fluff pieces in there that I understand, because a lot of that did actually benefit corporations. Now, for the corporations that actually took advantage of that by putting all that extra funding or tax cuts into their stock dividends, definitely abused that system. But there was a lot of corporations that did not abuse that system, that was able to create more jobs for American citizens. But at the same time, it did provide tax cuts for the middle class itself. So some people try to water it down and say, okay, so they benefited the corporations more than it benefited the middle class, but that's not to say that it didn't benefit the middle class. So those were really two large examples that I can think of.
Hey, Shannon, can I ask a question? Just one.
No, hold up. No, hold on. Because you've been talking a lot.
Go ahead, Nicole.
So, how did it benefit the middle class if our taxes went up?
Go up.
The taxes went up
From what?
for the middle class. I don't have the statistics, but the taxes did go up. Shan, check it. But the taxes did go up. And then for you to be speaking of,
What year am I asking about? Am I just asking in general that the taxes go up under who? Like, what do you want me to ask?
Trump administration.
Did the taxes?
Not only the taxes, but also the national debt.
Mm-hmm.
The comparison of the national debt. Another thing is that whenever he opened those centers for people to go, where did those children go? What happened to the children whenever they're separated from their parents? Because when they went in with the illegal immigration and all those parents were swept up and they were incarcerated to be waiting deportation, and then they were putting the children in these, quote unquote, we'll put it nicely, you know what, F that, we're not going to put it nicely. They put the children in children's prisons.
Nicole, let him tell you where they went. Let's see if he knows.
Okay, where are the kids, the missing children?
So there's a couple things that I can say about the border that do not agree.
No, not the border, not the border. These are people that were living in the United States. They were found to be illegal. And so whenever ICE would go in and arrest them, they put the parents in actual prison to await deportation. And then they put the children in a separate place that was supposed to be, like a holding for children. So it'd be like a safe home type thing, but it was actually like prisons for children. And the children have to take care of each other and everything else. Like, they were poorly ran. So where are those children? Because there's people in Mexico that are still trying to find their children.
Yes, and you know what's big about that? I'm sorry, Nicole. I'm gonna say that because you have no idea. You know where the children are? They're with white people who the government allowed to adopt these children other people's kids and get funded by the federal government while their parents are seeking asylum. Don't you think that's a shitty deal? Imagine, let me reverse engineer this for a second, all right? Imagine this is like Germany in 1930s, 20s, right? And they're seeking asylum. And the government of all the other countries allow them to be adopted by non-YT or non-German ethnic people and profit from the government to host them. You have a problem with that?
Wait a minute. Wait.
We're going into Germany during.
I'm giving a contrast.
Shauna asked me to share what I'm sipping on. This is Lano, Texas bread wine.
That's not what I said. I said, have you been sharing it with people on the panel?
How am I? Here y'all go. Tap.
What are you drink? What are you drinking? What is it? What are you drinking? I'm drinking red too.
This is Lano red wine. Texas based wine. It's my favorite.
I'm on red too. I'm in red too. See, yeah,
I'm not an alcohol person. I ain't gonna lie. My wife made me a wino, and I ain't never turned back. I ain't going back.
Taylor, let me ask you a question, because clearly Shannon got his wine, and we vibing right now. Okay, we just winding down. And Nicole asked you a very profound question. Where are the kids? And you said, I don't know.
Correct. So I would assume that you would know if you asked the question. So where are they?
But that, are you not puzzled that you don't know where the kids are?
Well, I think wait. I think we're going off topic. So since I had asked him what his policies were or why he's voting for Trump, we got his answer. So how about y'all explain why y'all voting for Kamala Harris instead of this trying to, jump Taylor? Like, why?
No,
let's convince him why, maybe he would want to vote for Kamala Harris. Like, why are y'all voting for Kamala Harris?
Well,
I never said who I was voting. I never said who I was voting for. I just like to ask questions. I like to ask questions because I want to know.
Shauna, you think we stupid? We know who you vote for.
Because questions are not about. Come on. You just shining going for you.
See, I ain't about to start pressure. We can have conversations. What I'm saying is that me myself, I like to ask these questions when people say these things, because I really want them to ask themselves the real questions. Because my thing is I like to look at policies. I like to understand. I like to hear. I want to know the goods and the bads of both people, right? I can't really tell you that I favor either one of them.
Exactly. It's not about person. But let me jump in the race. Shannon, this is the issue here, okay? This is a question. This is not about a Harris and it's not a Harris Biden. It's not Harris Biden and Trump's kind of thing. It's the thing that Taylor just said, because Taylor has a position that Taylor's not even informed to discuss it with us. He's and not informed doesn't mean that he doesn't have ideology around things, but informed in the fact of the matter is that when Nicole says, "Where are the kids?" Imagine you're in a school and there's a crisis, and you are the executive of that school, and you said to the teacher, "Where are the kids?" And they said, "Well, I don't know."
Kennedy, you yourself also said you don't know where they are. So how?
No. I did not say that. No.
Okay, so wait. So where are they?
Taylor, let's have genuine conversations, because I didn't say I did not know.
Well, I mean,
but now, do you want to know where the kids are?
Yes, where are they?
The kids are with YT people who the government has enabled to adopt them and be custodial parents of them until their parents are released from the judicial system that is more propagating to what? Problematic to what? Problematic to what? YT indoctrination. So those kids are now being indoctrinated and being told by all the people around them. And mind you, most
That's
of
not where I was going, Kennedy. You went left.
but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Let me just get there, and then you can close the book. And those people are indoctrinating those kids who are then going to look at their family and say, you know what? It's your fault.
Okay, well, again, like let's he gave his reasons why he's voting for Trump. That's cool. I'm sorry.
There was one thing that I wanted to just add to this. So, and one that I was actually like trying to get to when it comes to separating the kids at the border. So I'm going to agree with Kenny and Shauna. I'm sure this is where we're all in agreement that handling.
Taylor, hold on. I want you to remember, this was not at the border. Okay, so say for instance, you had impregnated your person before she had her paperwork, right? And she had a child and you were not available, right? They would have taken your child. They would have imprisoned her, no matter where she was in the United States, not just at the border. They were taking these families and incarcerating the parents separate from the child. The parents have no clue where their children are till today. That's all. I'm not trying. Kennedy, he be going left. Like, don't follow him because, he'll have us, going up hills, down hills, and you have a stomach ache. But I'm telling you, these parents to this day still do not know where their children are. And a lot of the children, they had it all over the news. There was news reporters that were they were breaking into the places, to record what was going on, and the children were living in filth, dirty diapers. There was one of the cells had like a 7-year-old and like a whole bunch of other like smaller children younger than that. No one was there, dirty clothes, no food, all kinds of horrible conditions that we don't even have Americans in these kind of prisons, but we're putting these children in these situations. So for me, that was heartbreaking. I'm not going to say Trump's a horrible person because I don't know him. I just know that like under his administration, there were things that happened that kind of fell through the tracks. And the only reason why I brought up immigration is because you said that was something you were passionate about. Do some research into that. And maybe if he does make it back into presidency, maybe have the people that you rally with to ask him those questions.
Okay, so let's give Taylor, like, without interruption, because we've been talking a lot. Let's give Taylor the floor so he can speak. Take your time, brother. Go ahead.
So I hope that what I say, like, of course, is going to come across as controversial, and I hope that everyone can kind of understand that that's not what I'm wanting to be. I'm not wanting to be controversial.
But Taylor, read my name. You are safe. You are safe, brother. Go ahead.
So when I met my wife is from Sri Lanka. Okay, so she's Southeast Asian, but she was studying in Poland over in Europe for a couple of years. So I actually moved over to Poland and lived in Europe for 2 years myself. The funny part is that I was actually there without a visa and I was there illegally. Let's say if I was there illegally in Poland and I decided to have and not decided, let's just say I had a child with my wife, would it be wrong of the Polish government to look at me as not there legally to deport me? Knowing that I was there without actually legally being there, or without being legally being there.
Although Kennedy, if you're gonna answer the question, try not to take all day because he got to get back to talking.
Wait, can you say it again? Because that was some. I can understand the false equivalency. Can you explain again?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Taylor.
When I'm born in Poland.
Go ahead, Taylor.
Poland for 2 years. For 2 years, and I was actually there illegally. I did not have a visa to remain there after my 90 days were up, and I stayed there for 2 years exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So if I ended up having a child, knowing that I could risk my chance of being legal, was the Polish government wrong if they did end up deporting me?
Illegally? No, I guess, but morally, yeah. But I mean, if we're arguing,
different.
but wait, if we're arguing legality, go ahead, Shauna.
And it's different nationals too. Different laws. The U.S. laws are not the same as Poland. Oh, I'm sorry, Shauna. Go, Shauna.
So here's what I'm saying. I don't care if she's white presenting. I don't care about the phenotype, right? What I'm saying is, legally, yes, they can be incarcerated, right? But just because they're incarcerated does not mean that they don't have rights to their children. There's people that are locked up in prison, and they have rights to their children, right? So, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like, oh, well, because she's a white girl, she presents as a white girl, it'd be okay. That's not what I'm saying. I wasn't even hinting that that your spouse was Spanish. What I was saying is, you said that she was an illegal. I've said that if she was on U.S. soil, that's what you would be doing. You would be the person, because you wouldn't be incarcerated. You would be the person fighting to find your child. I don't think that's okay. So what I'm saying is, if he does get back into presidency, these are things I want you guys to hold him accountable for. All of us need to hold people that represent our country. We have to hold them accountable for everything that they do, every single decision.
But Shauna,
Okay, so wait, Kennedy, hold on, because YouTube getting on my behind right now. Let's bring it back to Kamala. Can anybody convince why they would vote Kamala over Trump?
I'm convinced.
But why? No. I'm saying, can you give policies? Can you give a reason why anything why we are advocating as Black folks, people, for Kamala?
Yeah, I can advance that policy.
Well, then go ahead.
Financial realm. People talk about finances first. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to say about Kamala, but it's her administration with Biden, right? Mm-hmm. So is that what we're doing with time? Kamala to Biden? I'm trying to understand the language, because I don't want to go down a rabbit hole that goes nowhere.
No, so, all we doing is laying out why Kamala Harris is a better pick. So if it goes down a rabbit hole, then it goes down a rabbit hole.
I know that Kamala fights for unions. That's number one. That's big on her ticket. And she has done that in the Biden administration. Okay. Her resume of what she does. Number two, she fights for wages that are not subpar, but are, and mind you, granted for me, I'm not in that realm. Okay, so luckily for me, I'm not. But for the people who need her to fight for them, to make sure that their employers don't suppress their wages and don't have to wake up every day slaving and die on the job without benefits and everything. She advocates for that.
Kennedy, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Give me 2 seconds. If y'all could please tap the screen so we get some more engagement. Just that's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for any gifts, none of that cash app, none of that. Just tap the screen, get more people, maybe get more people to join the conversation. They say, go ahead, Kennedy, I'm done.
Yeah, so she does that on wages, benefits, just quality of, let's forget about money and all that stuff. Quality of life. What water, what air, what apartments are you going back to? What are your landlords able to do in your state that supersedes what you think you should be having. She protects that. Okay, so she does believe in that, and not believing that, she fought for that. So when it comes to the basic aspect, let me say this to you, all right? When you go to a bar and you sit across like 6 people, would you not like these 6 people to be in a better position or a good position so that they could feel good about the beer that you guys are drinking? Since we're talking about beer, and I'm just using this like, nomenclature in socialized aspect, right? So when you want these people to feel good about themselves, oh yeah, I can get a beer, I can afford a beer, because every American can afford a beer. Every American can afford a beer. Let's put it in the context of what a beer is. Not the level of beer that we may want, but we can go to social hours and get a $2 beer or $1, and not everybody can afford $2. But I'm getting the context. But what I'm saying to you is as follows: wouldn't you rather go across your neighbor, your brother, your sister, your family, some stranger, some out of towners who you can share a beer with and you can be in peace, than rather go and on tense, looking over your shoulder, looking for everybody else coming for you? America is never about looking over your shoulder who's coming for you. It's about building everybody else to say you're secure, you're part of the family. And Donald Trump has destroyed your part of the family.
Okay, so
Shannon,
let me.
Did you
what-
not see Justice up here?
Who? Oh, hey man, listen.
Justice, did you
Justin,
ignore you? You gotta yell
I'm
at
so
him. It's
sorry.
okay.
Listen, bro, I'm trying to focus.
I'm you.
Go ahead, Justice. I'm sorry. No, I didn't. I'm blind. I wear glasses. All right.
Oh, well,
Great.
thanks for having me up.
Yes,
Hi,
ma'am.
Controversial Shannon.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
Good. And hi, Shauna. She's so pleasant to me in all these spaces. It's nice to see you. Hi. I'll give my dissertation more or less on Kamala Harris being used as a talking point to hate on Black women. Why? They were gonna hate us anyway. There's such a cultural gap that makes them think Black women are like this violent, aggressive, angry, mean type of person. But I mean, me personally, I'm 24 for context, and I just thoroughly understand Black women. Like, Black women don't ruffle my feathers, they don't anger me. But I mean, I see the gap, I see the different cultures, and I just feel like the world may completely misunderstand us. And it's just hard because I do understand us. So I'll be watching them get offended, and I'm like, bro, this is the sweetest old lady. Even when she's being mean, even when she's being rah-rah, Black women just don't personally ruffle my feathers. I don't believe we're this oppressive way in like communication that people try to make it out to be. So I think she's just getting all the stereotypes that she would get for being Black, that she's gonna get for being women. Both of those are gonna come at her so crazy. Everything that a president should or shouldn't do, she's gonna be the poster child for accountability. And I don't exactly find it to be a bad thing, because I think that's what happens when you become the president and the leader of a nation. So, I mean, it's going to be more because she's a Black woman, but it's still going to be appropriate because that's what the job is. Look, I'm already talking like she's going to be the president. We don't even know yet. But I did say in the chat that we're rocking with Waltz, a governor of Minnesota, Mr. Tim Waltz. He sold me within the past 2 days. Like, I had a theory, I don't know if I can say this, but I had a theory that Joe Biden was going to leave Earth and that Kamala was going to become president and then probably get like 2 more terms after.
Leave Earth? Leave Earth?
Huh?
You said leave Earth?
That was my theory. I just knew when I saw the setup, I was like, yeah, he's going to be a goner. She's going to become president.
Bruh.
She's going to get like her own term. So nonetheless, that didn't have me sold. I'm not a fan of Kamala Harris. But, as of right now, I'm willing to learn. I'm waiting for her debate and really for her to just present her policies. Right now, it is giving like podium yelling, yes, we can. We aren't going back. When we fight together, we win. Right now, it's just giving like the right energy. But I think something that really did sell me will nonetheless be her debates. It'll be her policies. because she's overqualified. Like, let's just keep that a bug. But Tim Walz really, really gave me some inspiration. I've enjoyed seeing him on my FYP for the past 2 days, looking into his history. Oh, he's amazing. I think Trump's running mate or VP is JD Vance. Not a fan of him, not a fan of Trump, and I'm not exactly a fan of Kamala. So it is primarily Tim Walz that is kind of making me a little bit excited there. That's my dissertation.
Okay. I was about to say something. Action the best. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait a second, Kennedy. Action the best on YouTube, bro. Fam. You keep saying if you vote for anyone because of skin color, you're the problem. Again, I've already said this, and I'm trying not to block you. There's only been one black president, fam. Every time black folks have voted, it wasn't for skin color. They voted 50 freaking white men. Not even a white woman. White men. But now you're telling black people should they vote based on color when they've never been represented in the White House to begin with. Nobody has made that argument up here. Nobody has said you should vote for Kamala Harris because she's black. No one, not even me. But you keep bringing that up. Do you really think that black folks are that gullible that we're going to vote just because she's black? Do you think every black person is voting for Kamala Harris because she's a black woman? No. Matter of fact, there's blacks for Trumps. Just in case you didn't know. Maybe some black folks just like the policies. The freak are we talking about? Go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Shannon, that's the problem. You know what? These people think that black people
are monolith.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And we only vote for color. But guess what? Our presidents have been winning for the last 30 years because of black people. And it's not being our color on the stage. So it's only a question when we are on the stage.
I got your answer, Candor. I'm sorry, that wasn't it. I got your action. I got your answer, action. And you may not like it. Whether you believe it or not, whether it's a child in the womb or not, abortion. There's a lot of black folks that are for abortion. And Kamala Harris says she's for women's rights. So that's probably why a lot of black women and a lot of men would vote for her. That's one reason.
Say more. You gotta.
Oh, I don't play by TikTok rules. Fuck TikTok. Go ahead, Taylor. Taylor been waiting for a minute. Go ahead, brother. We not going. There will be no interruptions. I promise you that. Go ahead.
Good. I mean, I'm enjoying actually like talking with everybody up here, and this is actually one of the more civil like discussions that I've in quite a while. Actually, I jump in a lot of these lives. But I did want to, because everybody, wants to say, yes, we're not voting on race. And I agree. I think that's completely ridiculous that anybody would vote for anyone based off of their skin color.
Taylor, I'm the one that said that, by the way. I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to clarify. I want to clarify it's me.
But Taylor, wait, hold on. Don't interrupt no more. But Taylor, I do want to say, because I don't know if you know or not, the reason why you may see some black people vote based on skin color is because there's never been representation like that in the White House. So there is going to be that difference that you don't have. There is going to be black folks voting based on skin color. I'm sorry to tell you, because of representation. That's just what's going to happen. But go ahead. We won't. No more interruptions.
There's like those that are white that are only going to vote for the white guy. I mean, there's definitely those groups out there that are exactly like that. I mean, if we want to be like completely honest, I was 100% sold on Vivek Ramaswamy, number one, because I think that he had a more articulate view of what conservatism should be, and number two, he's a young guy. I'm so tired of seeing Washington be ran by those who are 60 plus. It's completely insane that we allow politicians to stay in Washington for X amount of years and just make tons of profit off of it and not actually trying to work the American people. And I know that was one thing that Trump ran on in 2016 was, quote, draining the swamp. He didn't do a good job of draining that swamp, but I mean, that was a big point that he did. to ask everybody. So if you have y'all like been able to actually identify what exactly the Kamala Harris platform is, and I actually tried looking it up. As a matter of fact, like you compare the sites between DonaldJTrump.com and KamalaHarris.com. There's a complete list of things that Donald Trump would like to do for the country. And on Harris's, there's nothing besides just a profile of her and Tim Walz. So what exactly is the platform that Kamala Harris is running on, and what do you agree with her platform on?
I haven't found the site of source. I was actually looking for it a minute ago. That's why I'm waiting on a debate until and then until some official information comes out. Then I'll be able to do some comparatives. But all of right now, I can only go by what she said. So does anybody have a site of source to see what the F Kamala Harris got going on?
Yeah, but that's a catch-22. They doing that because they know that there's a president in place, and she's been injected in the race late, and she's not going to violate that. Okay, so now
hold on, Kennedy. Shan, if you go to CNN Politics, it says what Kamala Harris has said so far on key issues in her campaign.
But that's what she said so far. I just said that's what.
But it's not. But there's not there. It says some abortion, economy, consumer debt, healthcare, climate.
It's the same policy. It's the same. So this a catch. They're trying to catch. No. So no.
Kennedy, dang.
I'm sorry.
You keep on firing off.
But what I'm saying is there is no official website at this point. That's all I'm saying, and that's okay.
Correct.
I can only go by what she said. That's. But see, even this is listed.
She literally just launched two. What is it? 2 weeks ago.
That's. I think that's the point that he's getting to.
I was getting at.
So to answer your question, Taylor, was that be honest? Was that a setup question, or were you being genuinely interested?
No, because I am very curious.
Yeah,
because
none of us know.
It's been a question of like, is she going to continue on like the policies that Biden has put in place, or is she actually running on her own platform? And it is like very public.
She raised over $100-some million. I'm pretty sure we'll see a platform before September 10th.
So on this website, it does say that she's been working on the reproductive freedoms tour as far as economy.
Wait, Nicole, can you show the big screen so we can see it?
I'm sorry, give me 1 second, y'all. Don't even say nothing. Action the best, bro. You're finna get blocked. The most dangerous place for a black woman is to be inside the mother's womb. So sad. Abortions kill more black people than anything as well. Hold on, Kennedy. Hold on. Not everybody believes that inside the woman's stomach is a clump of cells. Now, even me as a Christian, that's a different story. But I have grace in those conversations, fam. Okay? And because we don't share the same beliefs across the board, and we're not a monolith when it comes to certain faiths, practices, or religions or moral beliefs, that's very disrespectful. The most dangerous place that a black man has ever been was that of a slave of a white man. That's the most dangerous place that a black person has ever been. So miss me with that nonsense, because do I have to start bringing up contextualized history of what was done to us as slaves, that babies were getting thrown in alligator pits? And then you as a Sambo black person, I'm assuming you're black, right? Or maybe you're other, right? You as a Sambo type of coon person would say that to these black women. And then do you factor in the fact that a lot of these black men didn't even want the child and they paid for an abortion as well? But we can't talk about that, right? So miss me with that nonsense. And honestly, I'm going to block you. But at least you get to hear the words of goodbye. You have a good one, fam. You have a good one. May you live a blessed and prosperous life. In Jesus' name still. Bye-bye. Go ahead, Kennedy.
And we can talk about the weaponization of even black men on our black queens, because they have seen the atrocities that white people have done to rape them and do everything to let them birth kids that are not theirs. So we can talk about, we can have, if America want to have the conversation, we can have the conversation. But let's go back to what, Shauna was saying.
Let me see. So, let me see. Oh, that's a lot.
How am I spreading?
Okay.
How am I creating an echo chamber when I'm literally putting y'all literally putting misinformation in my comments, Candace? That you would literally say the most dangerous place for a child is in the mother's womb. The most dangerous place for a child is next to that of the father, because you do know more fatalities come from, of a pregnant woman comes from the baby daddy. You do know that, right? The most dangerous place for a pregnant woman is that next to who she loves. Look it up. It's homicide.
Wow, cool. Wow.
But y'all don't want to talk like that. The baby and the mother getting yeeted, and you over here talking about I'm spreading misinformation and creating an echo chamber. You are a fool. Have a good one though. Go ahead. I don't know who's talking.
It's Shannon's talking.
Consumer debt. Y'all on one tonight. Consumer debt, cutting monthly student payments, healthcare. She's working on making sure that Medicare is expanded. Also making it so, which this is something that I'm kind of happy about. Government-backed health insurances through the private insurance, so therefore it wouldn't only be billed for. I don't think very many people know how healthcare works, how insurance works. So what happens whenever people get on Medicare is that they'll have a Medicare plan, which is kind of costly, but then they'll have like a secondary plan that they can also pay on. So what it does is it makes it so it's cheaper they'll have a secondary insurance. It makes it cheaper and more affordable for the older people or the retired people. And so they're trying to make sure that they have more private insurance companies that accept Medicare in. So it makes it a more affordable health care. I only know that because of where I work. Climate change. I guess back in the day, she sued big oil companies like BP and Conoco, investigated Exxon for different things that they were doing that the government said that they weren't supposed to be doing. Harris has quickly started trying to counter Trump's attacks on her immigration record. Her campaign released a video in late July citing Harris' support for increasing the number of Border Patrol agents and Trump's successful push to scuttle the bipartisan immigration deal that included some of the tougher border security measures in recent memory. And this year in June, the White House announced a crackdown on asylum claims meant to continue reducing crossings at the U.S.-Mexico border, a policy that Harris campaign manager Julie Rodriguez indicated in late July to CBS News would continue underneath the Harris administration. Israel and Hamas. Let me see. Oh, it took me somewhere else. Nope. That's a whole big article. Ukraine. She's committed to supporting Ukraine in its fight against Russia. Police funding. Harris' campaign is also back to defund the police. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
No, that's the narrative they're changing. They're changing that. That's the narrative. That's news. She never said that. She never said defund the police.
Yes, she did.
Hold on. It says what she meant. Hold on, it goes further. It says what she meant is she supports being tough and smart on crime.
Yes.
The national co-chair for the Harris campaign and former mayor of New Orleans told CNN Pamela Brown in late July, in the midst of the nationwide 2020 protests sparked by George Floyd's murder in Minneapolis, police officer Harris voiced support for the Defund the Police movement, which argues for redirecting the funds from law enforcement to social services.
There you
Throughout
go.
the summer, Harris supported the movement and called it demilitarizing the police departments.
Right, and she came from California where they've done that and they've seen success. But I'm gonna land on you. You landing, right?
Yep.
Shauna, you and I, okay. So, Taylor, let me ask you a question, right? Taylor, you do?
I'm listening.
Don't be harassing him, Kennedy.
No, I'm having a conversation with Taylor. I mean,
Justice, you can jump in whenever you want to.
No. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a good house. I mean, a house party. You know, we talking about, you know, the Congress. So yeah, I need the votes. We're not gonna lose Taylor, right? Taylor, am I gonna lose you?
Don't know what you mean, but I'm
All right, so I'm not gonna lose you, right? So Taylor, what I want to ask you this, right? I just want to ask you one question. Who do you trust? Just be honest, down the middle. Who do you trust? It's November. The election is about to be decided, and you're going to cast your vote.
Kennedy, he doesn't have to tell you who he's voting
No.
for.
I didn't say who he's voting for. I said, who do you trust? I didn't say who
It's
he's
the
voting
same
for.
question.
It's September. It's September. I mean, who do you trust? Based on everything that she has been reading to you and everything that I've been saying, it's not what I've been saying because I have no weight, right? Who do you trust? What's your gut telling you?
in regards to
In regards to everything.
He's trying to get you to say that you want to vote, that you still want to vote for Trump.
No. Come on now. I know I'm not doing that. I just want to know, like, you've been spitting facts to him for the last 40 minutes.
Well, I just look up policies. I'm just a policy person.
So based on the policies, Taylor, she's been giving you policies. That's what I'm saying. Are you open to the policies or you're not? What policies are you open to? Maybe that's the question.
I mean, some there's something everybody has to say. You're the one who's very combative because I don't like
You're a little bit muzzled. We can't hear you.
He said that you're Kennedy. Be nice. Lay off of him.
I am very nice. Come on now. Okay. So let me do this. Let me do this the right way. Okay. Taylor. I just told you that Shauna is like, and the host has been very gracious to you. I mean, what I'm asking you is that what are the policies what are your top 3 policies? How about this? Let's go down the list about me, you, Shauna, and our top 3 policies. And maybe forget about the persons. What is important to us in the next 10 years of our lives? Can we do that? Because 10 years is where we know things are making a difference, right?
Positive.
You agree or not?
Sure, yeah.
So would you like to go first, or you want Shauna or me to go first?
I mean, you're more than welcome to go first. You're already speaking.
So 10 years down the line, I want to make sure that my nieces and my nephews have the greatest quality of life they can have in the universe. 10 years from now, I want to make sure that whatever retirement policies I have in place, it can grow, and not only grow for me, because I may not need it, but it can be transferred to my family. 10 years from now, I want to make sure that if I were to go into a medical facility, I am not treated as, you know what, you're dispensable.
What did you
And I,
say?
and I wish I could go to the fourth one, which is important to my family also.
Kennedy.
Go ahead.
What did you say?
You didn't hear what I said?
All right, I've let this go on long enough. Let's y'all listen. Taylor, list your three policies with you, because you already listed two, but do you have a third policy on why you would still vote for Trump?
Yeah, so the next one's going to be education. Now, education is definitely like a very loaded topic because it is very, very broad and complicated. Just because I know a lot of the curriculum is passed down to the states themselves are I guess like government funded or government ran. So I mean, I've got two kids on my own as well. So I think that each individual state should have the right to determine, especially, I mean, when you're electing like local officials, to be able to determine the curriculums that are being put in place for your children, rather than having the federal government decide what's going to be taught in kids' classrooms.
Okay. All right. So, Kennedy, name your three specifically from Kamala Harris. Is why you got her support. I mean, why she has your support.
All right. So my three is, again, I want to look to the future because we're not going to live here forever, right? So the first one is I want to make sure that when I wake up tomorrow, my nieces and my nephews have a quality life in society.
What policy is that? How is that written under Kamala Harris?
She has equal protection for gender and race.
That's what I was getting to. Like, name what she's saying.
So equal protection for gender and race.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Secondly, she believes that we need to invest in infrastructure and also in the middle class to make sure that everyone grows so that they don't have to live on the streets like you keep claiming in San Francisco. San Francisco is not a predicate of Kamala. San Francisco is predicate of what the United States has done.
I never said anything about San Francisco.
Wait. Let me finish. San Francisco is a predicate of what America has left behind. Because if you know anything about San Francisco, majority of San Francisco is a military community.
But did he say something about San Francisco? Because I did step away. When did he?
I
didn't
hear him.
You speaking in general. Okay, cool. You speaking in general. That's cool. All right.
Yeah, that's my top three. All right. Okay. My final position in this country as an immigrant, because I am an immigrant, okay? And my parents are, and I've lived here all my life, but I'm still an immigrant from Jamaica.
Generation.
From Jamaica. I'm an immigrant from Jamaica. I was not pushed out on this soil because my parents were traveling when I was born in travel. So again, I could have been here on this soil, but it doesn't matter. But the point of the matter that I'm trying to make is this, all right? We need to understand that we are all one. And the things that divide us are the people that want advantage, not who assimilate or who are one of us. And I land on that.
Okay, so I don't think people realize, and I didn't realize it until I experienced it. I was having issues with my son, obtaining my son's proper education. The federal laws that are in place, I live in Missouri, which is a red state. They are very lax on state laws. I called the Department of Education. They're like, oh, well, you can do this, whatever. I ended up having to use the federal laws in order to enforce the school to do their job with my child. I have a medically challenged child, and he has to do homebound classes. So I was literally fighting for him to get more than 5 hours a week of education.
Mhm.
And the only way that I was able to get that completed, whether letters from doctors, whatever, like I've literally basically been homeschooling my son on my own since COVID hit. Well, I say about 3 months before COVID hit. And I've been fighting for like 3 years, and then trying to get the state to help me. And what I had to use is the federal laws, which is FAPE, which is access to free education. There's different laws that the federal government holds that the state abides by. And those are the laws that I had to use in order to get my son the education that he deserves. And we're just now going to be able to start enacting those this semester. And he's a sophomore. And I've been fighting for these rights for the last 4 years. So if we start making changes in those types of infrastructures, I fear what could happen, because a lot of the states don't really have, like, they have like bylaws and little things just to keep themselves busy, is what I've kind of discovered. But the federal laws across the board, since I've been talking to more moms on TikTok and Facebook groups and stuff across different states that are experiencing similar things, there's so many things that go on in the school system. But the laws that the federal government pushes out, those are the ones that we as parents can take to the Department of Education to actually make the school do what they need to do. And I don't think very many people understand what these different, compartments do.
We got a new guest, Melanie. How you doing? Hope you're having a good night.
Hey, I'm cooling.
Hello. So how what you got? Or have you seen what's going on?
No, I haven't really seen what's going on. So I couldn't read the prompt earlier, so I was like, let me request so I could read the prompt.
Mm-hmm.
But Kamala Harris being used as a talking point to hate on Black women. Why? I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. I just see so much hate on Black women on the internet, whether it's Kamala Harris or not. So I'm not sure what exactly was going on here.
Well, I'm heavily in them spaces, just like public. So the how can I say this without being mean? The Manosphere, right?
Yeah.
Black Manosphere specifically, keep having something to say about Black women and their support of Kamala Harris, and again, they're throwing the collective of Black women under the bus because some Black women are voting for Kamala Harris. They're using examples like Megan Thee Stallion to say that's what's wrong with our group of women, Black women this, Black women that, rebellious when all that. It's just the Black Manosphere using in another example to shame and throw all Black women under the bus because they don't fit their idea of who they should vote for.
I think that's so ridiculous. Like you said, I just feel like the Manosphere, especially the Black Manosphere, just looks for reasons, because you could be literally perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could literally be perfect, and they're still going to find something wrong with you. Mind you, I'm not a fan of Kamala Harris, but I do give props where props is due. She's running an amazing campaign. She turned this fucking campaign on its head in the last 2 weeks, and she's doing a great job. So people always are giving critiques on her. I think a lot of the critiques of Kamala Harris are rooted in racism, are rooted in sexism, are rooted in xenophobia. It's fucking ridiculous. And I think if Black women want to support Kamala Harris, there's no reason why Black women should not support Kamala Harris. She is a Black woman. She went to an HBCU. She's an AKA. She was an attorney general. She was a prosecutor. She was a senator. She was the vice president. Now she's the president. She's literally the most overqualified candidate that has ever run for the presidency ever. And she's a Black and Asian woman.
But hey,
What is there?
But she slept her way to the top. You know, she's not Black. You know, she's this and she's that. You know.
And even that trope, if women could sleep their way to the top, wouldn't there be more women at the top? It's so easy to sleep with men. Let's be fucking for real. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh, Kamala Harris isn't Black. It's Indian and Irish. What the fuck are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about?
Well, like, look at this comment on YouTube from a dude named Candor Spot. He said, it's pointless because Black women always have and always vote Democrat anyway, and that's not true. There's a hell of Black women that vote Republican. Y'all want to throw Black women.
It's true that the vast majority of Black women vote Democrat.
Yeah,
but it's also true that the vast majority of Black men vote Democrat as well. What are you talking about?
But they're gonna tell you.
Also, overwhelmingly vote Democrat.
They're gonna throw you under the bus. It's Black women. It's only Black women have to take the blame.
What do they want? They want Trump in office? Are they fucking kidding me?
Yes. What do you mean? There's Blacks for Trumps. What are we talking about?
Black for Trump, but it's just like the lack of critical thinking in the Black Manosphere is crazy. And then they shit on somebody like Megan Thee Stallion as if Megan Thee Stallion isn't a whole college graduate.
Smart Black people vote for Trump.
Excuse me?
She says smart
Black people vote for Trump.
Listen, brother. I'm all about letting people talk and stuff like that. But if you're trolling, right? If you're gonna interrupt and troll, I'm going to drop you. But I love to have civil conversation.
But yeah, Megan Thee Stallion is a college-educated woman. She's a graduate. She has a degree in health administration from the University of, I forget the university, but I think it's a university in Texas. She has a nonprofit organization where she has donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to impoverished Black communities in Texas. She's donating generators to senior citizens that were affected by Hurricane Beryl. Like, what more do Black women need to do? What more do Black women need to do?
There's nothing you can do. You're a woman. I don't like, you know, I feel sorry.
Shit on Sexy Red for just twerking and not doing anything, but here is Megan Thee Stallion, who literally does everything. Also, is actually an amazing lyricist, an amazing rapper outside of her sexually explicit raps, even though that's the only thing y'all want to pay attention to.
They don't care.
She's amazing cadence, super talented. What?
They don't care. They don't care.
Denying that, but the things that she promotes aren't good.
What does she promote? What does she promote?
Shaking her ass and getting squirted out.
She twerks. That is a Black cultural dance. That is a dance that is
you can call it a Black cultural dance. You know why she does it.
Wait a minute.
No, she doesn't.
Well, let's see.
Oh, come on.
But that's okay. But let's see what he's gonna say. Let's see what he's gonna say. Like, okay, so what is
actually believe that?
But two. Hold on, wait. Forget that.
Shaking their ass at the beginning of time. What the fuck are you talking about?
But wait. Let's not even go. Let's not even go there. Let's not even go there.
So let's look at Texas Southern.
Wait, time out. Hold on. Wait, give me a second. Because I want to know, because we're trying to talk about policy here. And I don't care about who they bringing on, because Trump walked out to many men by 50 cents. And nigga didn't even get shot. But, you know, I ain't going to even say nothing. I'm trying not to go there. I'm not even trying to go there. When it comes to policy, you said smart Black people vote for Trump. Why do you think that Black people should vote for Trump? Give me the policy. Give me the reason why. Too crazy. Go ahead.
I mean, I guess this just kind of ties into anybody. I'm not well versed on every single policy that every single person has. Okay, I guess he's getting pissed off. But so listen, border security, a better economy, and deterring aggression from China and other countries are important for everybody, no matter what color you are.
Hey,
Hold on, Ken, wait. Y'all gotta stop. I'm okay with that answer. That's fine. But we gotta stop attacking the Caucasians here on the panel. I'm trying to have a civil and balanced conversation.
I don't care.
Now with that, I don't want to talk trash. That's not me. I'm trying to be nice. Because I got Taylor here and I'm trying to be respectful. The same grace y'all didn't give us, I'm trying to give you. Now, with that being said, okay. Why not vote for Kamala Harris? What is your griefs against Kamala Harris?
She doesn't care about the border. She's letting all types of people in. She wants to, I mean, climate change, it's a real thing, but that's like, bro, look at your stupid fucking face, dude. Why are you making them stupid
I'm listening
faces?
to what you're saying. All right, Steve, all right, you got it, bro. Because I made a face. I'm over here trying to be nice. And you're like, you doing stupid. Because I raised my eyebrow, right? And I'd be like, okay, you know, I don't agree. That doesn't mean I'm being.
I wanted to cook, man. Come on now.
I didn't drop him. That wasn't me. That's a mod.
Tell them bring him back up.
It wasn't me. I'm not gonna. But you know what?
I mean, we're not gonna have a constructive conversation with him. He was trolling. He's carrying talking points.
I'm
he didn't
literally
know anything about Kamala and the border because Kamala was never at the fucking border.
I swear, bro. Because I because I raise an eyebrow, meaning like that's different. Okay, I didn't say anything or in white folks. Sorry, Taylor. I'm just saying some white people, man.
I think that's my other issue, right? People don't want to be critical about her actual policies. Here's a critique about policy and Kamala Harris and immigration. I think that Kamala is attempting to do what should have been done a long time in terms of undoing the damage that the U.S. has done in destabilizing some of these Central American countries, which was what she was doing when she was having meetings in Guatemala and all these other Central American countries.
And she said that. She said, I don't want to have meetings in the United States. I want to go to those countries.
Yes. Okay. Now, I think that
exactly.
Is valid. I will say, hold on. I will say that in terms of the bipartisan bill that she was attempting to pass for the border that she supported, my issue was that she was attempting to militarize the border more than it is now. And the militarization of the border is not going to help people who are validly attempting to seek asylum and refugee status in the United States.
Can I say this?
I think in general, sometimes Kamala's policies seem a little bit contradictory, even though she is pro opening up certain aspects within the immigration policy to allow more people to come in and seek asylum and seek refuge. She also does things that will harm those things as well. That is a valid critique. She is militarizing the border. And militarizing the border, how is she expecting people who are actually seeking asylum to be able to do that safely?
So here's I saw your little comment, little boy. You said she's pro-choice. At this point, listen, as a person who doesn't even believe in abortion, I don't want to hear nothing about Yeetus fetus because a lot of y'all don't care about these damn kids. You don't like single mothers, right? But then you're against abortion. Pick a side. Do you want more single mothers or do you want Yeetus fetus? Because everybody don't hold on to no type of faith that you shouldn't have intercourse before wedlock. Yeah, I hold it, right? That's cool. But in your worldview, you can't have it. So shut up about abortion, fam. Do you want more single mothers or do you want Yeetus fetus? Because y'all keep complaining about both. And either way, the woman is getting blamed every single time. Every time. If she has the baby, she's wrong. If she doesn't have the baby, that's wrong. I don't pick a freaking side. Taylor, we haven't heard from you in a minute. Go ahead.
So they were talking about like the border talk, which I do want to point this out really quick because I do think that it's important. This is a point that I've made to my wife as well. I think where there's a deep-rooted divide between those of different ethnicities within the U.S., and that really came with the caucuses. Now, in my view, I mean, my wife, just to you know, throw this out there, not that it really means anything in this discussion, my wife is brown. She's from Sri Lanka, and if you're not sure like what exactly those from Sri Lanka look like, she looks like Indian from India. Okay. So she is brown skinned. Now, something that she's even brought up, her being an immigrant, she doesn't understand why we have to keep labeling ourselves as white or black here in America. especially in this year, 2024, because we should be able to see everyone just as American in general. And that's why I come on these conversations like this right now, because I don't want to classify anybody other than what we actually are. And we are all Americans in this country, and we all should have the same weight behind our voices than our neighbors. But going back to what they were talking about with Kamala Harris being borders on, so
Taylor, just a quick intercede, and then I promise nobody else will interrupt you. But I love everything you said, brother. But as a black person, I have to tell you, I can't fix that. We didn't create race. So everything that you said, just have those conversations amongst white people. Just have those conversations. White people are the ones that created the institution of race. White folks are the ones that declassified black folks as not human, and then all those laws and everything. Okay, so white folks have to change it. It is not up to me. We're not in the positions of power. We're not the old school people that still we're not the old white men that's still saying, hey, listen, those people are less than you, that's teaching their kids that. That's not us. But I genuinely love, as a black person, listen to me, I genuinely love everything you just said. But the only people that can fix it is y'all, Caucasians, because not you specifically, brother, but them, they made it that way. They're the ones who's going to have to open up their hearts to be like, you know what? Black folks are human, or we shouldn't look at it as race. But as long as we got these old heads and these people that pass that down, and they are the ones who made it that way, there won't be a change. We can speak out on our platforms all day about misogyny, patriarchy, systematic racism in general. But at the end of the day, that's a white fight. That's a white fight that has to be had amongst white people. There are no more John Browns, unfortunately. But I'm done interjecting. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you 100%. You know, I don't expect anybody, especially at this day and age, to have to atone for the sins of our ancestors, because with each passing generation, we just have to get better and better, abandon the bad and adopt the good. So as we keep moving forward, I think that we will eventually come together if we can at least start bringing that for all Americans in general and not divide it amongst ethnic classes. But what I think it was Melanie that was talking about it as far as like Kamala Harris being borders on. Now, regardless of what wording you want to put there, there was a House resolution where there was a condemning of Kamala Harris on how she was able to handle the border itself, and that was House Resolution 1371, where now it was voted 100% by the Republicans, but there was also 6 Democrats as well that voted to condemn Kamala Harris for the way that she handled the border itself. So even outside of the Republicans that voted yay on condemning Kamala Harris, knowing the diction that was in that House resolution was labeling her as the borders are those 6 Democrats that did vote yay in favor of condemning her wrong?
Oh, let's Congress.gov bill /118 Congress House Resolution /1371 strongly condemning the Biden administration and its border Caesar. Kamala Harris' failure to secure the United States border. I just like to fact check things, so y'all don't say that he's wrong or anything. So I did look it up. It does go to the Congress.gov, it's the government website. Or anybody start throwing that homily attack at me saying you don't look up anything. I looked it up. Melanie, that question was to you.
I'm sorry, what was the question? I didn't know that there was a question.
Taylor, what was the last thing you said?
Saying that there were both Republicans and Democrats who called her a border czar. At the end of the day, that was not what I was speaking to. I was saying that people will carry that talking point that she is a border czar without actually knowing what her stance on immigration or her policy on immigration is. That there is not a valid critique. People don't give valid critiques about Kamala's border policy. I'm on the left. I'm on almost the far left. I'm a socialist.
and I am a child of an immigrant. So for me, I think that Kamala tends to be contradictory in a lot of things, but specifically when it comes to immigration, she puts on this face that she is sympathetic to people who are seeking refuge in the United States because of the destabilization of these countries in Latin America. But on the other side, when she attempts to reach across the aisle, she does things that will criminalize that immigration process and not make it easier for those who are actually seeking refuge and asylum in the United States. That is a valid critique from the left. That's what I'm saying, that people should have valid critiques of the policy, but they don't, because they don't know what the policy is. They just call her a border czar, and she was literally never at the border. She was literally never like handling the border.
Never. She went to countries and she tried to stabilize those countries. But let me jump in the race. Can I jump in the race? Because I'm voting. I'm running for president. I'm Kennedy, and I'm running for president. And I'm not RFK, by the way. And
you want us to vote for you?
No, I'm not RFK, by the way. And you know what?
I'm gonna cry.
I am a child of immigrant too. So you know, I got skin in the race, all right? So I got a skin in a lot of this race, right? So you said we're Americans.
He said we should all be Americans. Yes.
No, he said okay.
Tyler, the construct of race.
Tyler, you said we're all Americans, right?
That's not what he said, Kennedy. He's saying we should be all looked at America. He didn't say we all were. I'm just being honest here. He said we all should be looked in that regard, but he never came out and said we are all American. He said he believes we should be looked at as all American.
He said we are Americans. He said we are Americans. That's a statement he made. Okay. A factual statement.
Taylor, is that what you said? Taylor, you could just clarify.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that we need to break down the social construct of viewing each other as Americans rather than defining each other as what our race is. Therefore, we find more common ground within this realm of
Taylor.
Ain't that what I just said? Ain't that kind of what I just said? Am I tripping?
I won't talk with him anymore. Just let him rant.
No, I'm not ranting. Taylor, can I ask you a question? You said we need to break down our construct of America, right? Of American, right?
Of race, he said.
We need to tear down the construct of race in America.
Okay. Let's go back to I don't care about the race part. Let's define America. That's where I'm going. Can we define that?
America.
Sure.
Oh, let's see. American definition.
So you say we are American, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Relating to or characteristics of United States or its inhabitants.
Just also, like, technically, people who live in North and South America are technically all Americans, even though colloquially we understand that American means associating to, like, the United States of America. But technically, both of these continents are American.
In terms of,
but we have allowed. I'm going
to say that
we have allowed the USA of America to define who is American, because even Canadians cannot claim to be American. They can claim to be Canadian and not American. Mexicans cannot claim to be American because we have allowed this narrative of what they define America to be. That's what I'm asking. Because America is not determined by a thought. It's a geographic location, by continental, just like Europe. That's why France will not say, oh, we're not from Europe. We're still from Europe, but we're still France.
Yeah, so I understand what you're saying, Kennedy, but like, what's the point?
The point I'm making is that only the United States of America has a definition claim to continent, that they own the continent.
No, it's not what I said at all. Yes, we reside in North America, which is also
Not North America. North America is not a continent.
okay.
The Americas is a continent. So again, let's go back to this. That's why we have the United States of America. Because even the country knows they cannot claim the continent.
Okay, but
So when you say American, you're not American. You are part of America. You don't determine who belongs in America.
Kennedy, he didn't.
I just want to clarify something in the comments. Someone is misunderstanding me. Girl, I'm pro-immigration. For me, only 79. You're saying, oh, we don't care about immigration. I care about immigration. In that, me personally, I don't think borders should exist. I think they're ridiculous. I think white people drew a bunch of lines on a map and they decided to control land, and that's how they decided to control land. Before Europeans came and colonized anything, borders did not exist. People traveled freely throughout the entire land, and the only reason borders exist is because of colonialism and imperialism. So, me personally, I want the borders wide the fuck open. I don't think there should be borders.
But we need to talk about the big it in the room, though. An American born, meaning that people who are born in the United States of America think that they are America, and that's the fallacy, and that's in their textbooks. It's been teach to them.
Okay, we get it, Kennedy, but like, what is the point? Are you trying to speak on American exceptionalism? Like, I'm not sure exactly where you're driving.
No, the point I'm going at is that he keeps saying we Americans need to, and I guarantee when he said that, he did not mean Canadians, he did not mean Mexicans, and he did not mean anybody from the Caribbeans, because we're Americans too.
Yeah, probably not. He probably did not mean any of those people. But what I did want to get back to though, Taylor, is I think in general, ideally, sure, we want to live in a post-racial society, but we don't live in a post-racial society. So now it's about what are we doing to navigate the inequities that were created because we live in a racialized society. Now it's correcting those wrongs. So we can't focus on deconstructing race if there are still racial inequities. Because, for instance, that happens sometimes in certain countries in Latin America, where they create this facade of mestizaje. This happens in Latin America. And so everyone is the same race. Everyone is all three races. Everyone is all of this. But when they do that, and they don't pay attention to the inequities that were caused by the racial caste system of Spain, the legacy of the racial caste system of Spain, then they don't notice that the blackest cities are the poorest cities. The blacker people have the least opportunity. The indigenous people are being robbed of their land. The indigenous people are being ostracized from their communities. So that's what's happening in Latin America because of this mestizaje. So if we deconstruct race in the United States of America before solving the inequities that are there because of race, is pointless. So we can't deconstruct race until we resolve all the inequities that were caused by the racial caste system in America.
Let's let 30 round clip hop in for a second. Go ahead.
Hey, yo, Shannon, give me about 5 minutes. I'm gonna take a break, but I'm gonna stay up here until it's my break time. Give me about 5 minutes. I got something to say about civil immigration, and I don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers, but you guys, we gotta talk about this. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Now, who was talking?
So as it relates to regional identity, We cannot separate people and lower people because of regional identity, because we claim that we have, because you know what? No one in South America, no one in Central America is claiming we're Americans. No, they don't. They claim their country. There's a purposeful reason why the United States of America claim to be American and American only. Canada doesn't do it. Mexico doesn't do it.
Kennedy, just a quick question. Of course, I'm not going to go around saying that I am United States of America. That doesn't make any sense at all. What I was actually stating, and yes, you will see that there are people that actually are proud to be from Mexico. They call themselves Mexican. There's people that are proud from being in Canada. They call themselves Canadian. That's not what I was saying at all. But the biggest question that I actually had was actually for Melanie, and you were saying that you're like open to like just zero borders.
Wait, I can't really do that. I'm not, let's go back to the continental awareness. Let's be genuine in this conversation. I said, no, Europe.
Oh. Uh-oh. Well, y'all, I got yeeted. I got yeeted on TikTok. But I got a backup account, but we're gonna go ahead and end it right here. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna rend my appeal because I wasn't talking. So we'll be back. We'll continue these discussions, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, hey, listen, conversations get very interesting over here. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all be encouraged in Jesus' name. Love you all. Y'all stay safe.